Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Crafters TV. My name's Ben Mosby. Good to be here. It is Tuesday today, isn't it? Yes, Tuesday. Very confused with the days of the week this week because we do like pre-records and stuff. And as you guys know, let you into a little secret, my little radio show that I do, I'm always a day ahead. So I've already done Wednesday. So I've been for all morning saying, "Oh, welcome to Wednesday," but now it's actually back in the real world. It's Tuesday. So you should try being me. I tell you what, it's very difficult. I am like the Doctor Who of the craft world. I just travel backwards and forwards in time. Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show. We have got a fantastic day lined up for you today, and it's really exciting actually because we have got new launches across the board. Launch party tonight at 6 is, well, we've basically got loads of our recent launches on that show. That's what launch party is all about. So if you've missed anything like the DL Apertures, if you've missed things like Wildwood Whimsy, then all of that is on that show a little bit later. All of this, by the way, is on Shop Today, so you can shop at any time. We've got 2 launch day shows as well for you, sandwiched in between. So for our UK friends, we've got the official launch of that beautiful painted petals pad, which has been on sale for US friends, but not for the UK until today. And then we've also got, my goodness me, the amazing bird cage dies. What's the official name of those again? Oh, hang on. 2 people said things at the same time there. 3D Garden Pavilion. It's unbelievable. If you might have seen it on 8 to 10. If you haven't yet got your hands on it though, you'll definitely want to grab it today. It looks so beautifully intricate, so amazing. So many other things that you can use with it alongside the dies that you get, but actually relatively easier to pop together with no glue. Oh yeah, it's all very clever. We'll have a look at all of that in this show, which is Crafters Connect, of course. So hopefully you'll get your questions in. Hopefully you will do all of your early shopping to get all those bits and pieces before everyone else wakes up around the globe. I'll say a few hellos in just a second, but let's say hello to the lady who is to my left. Amazingly, I was in Wednesday earlier on. She was in Saturday earlier on. So, I mean, don't expect to get any sense out of us whatsoever for the rest of the day today. Mr. Wednesday, Mrs. Saturday, it's Tuesday. It is. Sheila, how are you on this Tuesday morning?
I'm okay, thank you.
Yeah?
I'm okay.
Is it a good show on Saturday? Is it worth tuning in for?
Yes. Yeah, of course it is. They're always good, the craft-alongs. I love doing a craft-along.
Yeah.
There's something about craft-along when you've put it together. I got all the bits cut because I've not had much time for prep over the weekend. Just one day to do 3 days prep is always a bit of a challenge, isn't it? So I was up at 5:30 doing it this morning, just making sure it was all packed in bags, ready to go, and yeah, so an early start today. But it was worth it because we probably had about 10 minutes spare at the end, myself and Jamie. So we added a little extra bit to the project, which is quite fun. So if you tune in on Saturday and watch that, you can...
what was it with, the craft-along?
It was the seasonal car dies.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the last one we did was the one where we did the scrapyard, I think, where we absolutely trashed those cars, didn't we? So this time we've gone a little bit kind of Herbie-esque, if you like.
Herbie? What, like basil, sage?
No, like, you know, like Herbie, the little racing car.
Yeah, number 53, wasn't he, Herbie?
53, yeah. So we've changed it. It's not like that, but we've changed the number and everything. So, but you'll see it on Saturday.
I'm making out like I haven't seen it, but I have, and it's very cool. So if you loved when was Herbie? 60s, I think, wasn't it?
I think it probably
the love bug.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the love bug. Yeah.
If you like those Moomies, Sheila's recreated.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. We're thinking what we could do, and what we're going to do with seasonal cars this time. So, yeah, so we've changed it a bit, but it's a fun project.
That will be on Saturday. Right now, though, it's all new stuff, as I say. So feel free to let us know what you're shopping for, what you're excited about. Radical Rachel on the socials for this one. Ursa joins us in Sweden, saying hello, friends. Hello. Linda Armstead says good morning from Maryland. Hello. Hello also to Jane Quigley. Quiggers. All right, Quiggers. She says hello, everyone, from a chilly West Midlands. Christine Mahoney is in. Mahoney! Hey! Good morning, everyone. Alex Gerling is in saying good afternoon. Ash C is in saying hi all. And Sandy Cockerford says good day from Florida. Good day. Hello also to Diana Green, who says good afternoon. After yesterday's aquarium excitement, remember Diana did the aquarium?
Yes.
She says, I'm having a quieter day today, so I have the energy to go out for lunch with the family tomorrow. I know the national days today. See if I can remember them because I've already done them. It is World Bartender Day. Yeah.
World what? Bartender?
And it is also, don't tell me it's going to come to me, it is also, this is going to annoy me. It's right on the tip of my tongue. What is it? Remind me. Oh, that was it. National Tortilla Chip Day as well today.
Oh, is it really? Oh, gosh, that's Wayne's favourite thing, tortilla chips. He just lives on them.
Really?
Yeah, he does all sorts of things with them, you know, putting on naan bread and piling with cheese and then dips and peppers and all sorts, bangs it in the microwave and just comes out this big plate full of, like, stuff. Yeah.
Do you know the one thing I love a tortilla chip, right?
Yeah.
And I love all of the stuff like the melted cheese, and then you get your guac dip and stuff like that, don't you? And I love that. And you know, everyone who loves eating all of that, I think that's brilliant. The one thing I object to though,
What?
people who eat that in the cinema.
Oh, yeah, you can't eat that in the cinema.
Don't be bringing that into the cinema. Like, it's bad enough when people are rustling sweet bags and, like, bags of crisps. Then you get the people with the they can't remember the trail like that.
Oh, my goodness, that's the noisiest thing because they're really crunchy, aren't they, and loud? And because they're big as well.
No, this is what I mean. They sell it at the cinema.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. If only we could get a representative from the local cinema to come in and chat to us about that. That would be good. Bit of an in-joke there. We'll move on. Let's move on to... apologies, by if you do eat tortilla chips at the cinema, that is up to you. That is it's only my opinion.
But just make sure you're not sat next to me or in front.
The funniest bit though, and I'm not making out I'm perfect, because I've bought, like, you know, you buy your candies and you buy your crisps and stuff, or popcorn, and I always get caught out, you know, and like you're like shoveling it into your mouth and you're like crunching away because the music's really loud and it's blaring, and then all of a sudden, like, I'll be like, hum, and then everything will just like cut out, like it goes completely quiet, and you're like, hum, hum, oh, and then everyone's staring at you because...
I remember a funny story, actually, and this was my ex-husband's nana. She said that she went to... she was in the theatre with a friend, and they were listening to a choir, and the choir was singing, and a friend kept speaking to her, like, while the show was on. She said, and then she said... I don't know what happened exactly, but they were listening to the Hallelujah chorus, and there must have been someone else who had a friend the same who was chatting, and they were singing Hallelujah, Hallelujah, and then they did the pause, and they just heard this lady say, "Well, I always fry mine in lard." In the middle of the Hallelujah chorus. It's like you say, you're eating, you're stuffing your face out, and then the music stops, so there's a quiet time in it, and you or you drop something, or I always fry mine in lard.
It's always the way. Ben, you've touched a nerve, says Alex. I rarely go to the cinema because I can't bear the sound of rustling wrappers. There you go. No rustling wrappers here. No, only garden pavilions. There it is. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, what we call a pack shot in the industry. I wonder who put that together. It's marvellous, whoever did it. Marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. It is our brand new garden pavilion set. Grab this whilst you can, because I have a feeling it is going to be a very, very big seller. It is launching today here on Crafters TV in the UK and in the US. Look at it. It is beautiful. And the great thing about this as well, it is super simple to put, well, I suppose like the initial cage together. And then if you want to do other things like you're seeing here, I mean, how unbelievably brilliant is that? Sandy Brooks has put that together with multi-purpose card, coloured card, paper from the Lunar Blooms collection, the grasshopper spring meadow pearls and the hummingbird spread your wings. I mean, that is just a beautiful piece of construction. In its kind of like simplest form, that one there is what you've got the ability to pop together, and you'll see with Sheila in just a few moments time it all slots together rather than you having to get your glues out. So it's a really, really fun thing to work with, and very different, and lots again of different things that you can do. I mean, take a look at that. That is Sandy once again, who's like piece together that project. It is absolutely brilliant and folds flat to go into an envelope as well. Look at that. Incredible. Let me show you all the dies you're going to be getting as well. So within the set of your 3D garden pavilion, you get 20 dies in total. So all the dies to be able to create the actual pavilion itself. You've got your little tops there as well, or the little bit to pop in the centre if you want. You've got all of the kind of scenery to pop in there, and then look at this. You've got butterflies, you've got your birds, you've got tons and tons of foliage and tons of florals in there as well, so you can decorate this up to your heart's content. But if you think about all of the other things that you can use alongside this and potentially pop into your cage as well, it really does become a brilliant decorative element. $26.39 is your platinum price on this today if you're in the UK, $29.56 if you're shopping in the US and you want to pick it up. Sheila has got some more beautiful samples her side of the studio, and she's ready for a demo as well. I mean, it's incredible, isn't it? But it looks very intricate and very delicate and potentially quite technical. But I think, again, this is something which you can craft with even if you've never crafted before, isn't it?
Oh, yes, of course. I think the fear is, for a lot of us, you go, well, you don't need any glue, and you go, well, how on earth do I stick that together without any glue? But it's got lots of clever little slots in. And if you buy this, we've got QR codes on the back of the packaging. I think it's on the back of the packaging anyway. And that will link you to a video of myself putting it together. So if you don't see the show, or you do see it, but you don't save it, or you don't come back to it, or you forget what to do, the little video will be there. I think it'll probably be ready to go now because we did it a few weeks ago, so myself and Liam, so we did record it then. But I'm going to show you in this first show anyway how to put it together. But before we do that, I mean, let's take a look at these samples as well, because you can see this one here. If I bring this one in, this is just like the one that Ben just showed over there, but this is done in craft card. And again, it's beautiful, isn't it? It's so lovely. And you can adorn it with as much or as little as you like. You might want to make it quite simply and just have the cage just hanging. You might want to have it so it would just sit over a battery tea light or something like that. The beautiful thing is you've got the little doorways on each side, so if you want to put other things in there, you can. You know, you might want to put a little string of lights in there to decorate it. You might want to put extra birds, butterflies, whatever you want to. You might have something yourself on previous dies that we've done that you want to put in there, but again, beautiful in the craft. And then we've got the one next to it at the front there, which is actually almost a bit like an easel card, but it tucks in. So we've just got the cage on the front of there. And then this one here, which is again, lovely Rachel has done this, which let's bring this in and then you can see that. So this is quite simple on the front. And you think, oh, it's very simple, isn't it? But then when you open it, your cage, and if I tip it up like that, you'll see that it's the whole cage that has been stuck in there. So it's not just two sections, the whole cage, and it folds like that. So as a project, you can be putting it in an envelope, and it will be posted flat. But again, beautiful, beautiful projects done by our fabulous team.
Yeah, and again, I think it shows you when you see projects as beautiful as that, just how versatile this kit is. And again, using it in its simplest form in the way that you'll see on the packaging, really, hopefully, you'll see super simple to do, and you can create some really fantastic kind of home decor pieces or pieces for party tables, that kind of stuff. But with a little bit of thought and a little bit of help from our guys as well, you can look to then start using this in different ways. Even if you were to just, cut one of the panels off the front and have that gate or fence, whatever you want to call it, and then decorate it as like a 2D topper for the front of a card. There's lots and lots of different ways to do this. $26.39, $29.56 is your price. Don't forget, in the UK, you've also got the official first opportunity to get your hands on that painted petals pad, and you've got all of the brand new launches that we brought you recently on the website as well. Just to say, if you want this set, it is on the shop the day. I'll point it out just in case you're looking for it. So it's called officially the Garden Pavilion set on the website and on the packaging. However, on the website, it's called 3D Birdcage Die. So just to confuse you, we like to keep you on your toes, but you can see what it is. You can see that's the thing that you're shopping for. Just slightly randomly, it's two names. So Garden Pavilion, a Birdcage Die. So if you go to the Shop the Day page, you'll be able to see that and grab your collection. Incredible, Sheila says, Jane Quigley. And Algie says, beautiful samples, well done. Shall we have a look at this then and look how we can put it together? Are we going to make a pavilion first of all then?
So yes, we just thought we would show you how this slots together. I've cut some pieces, but I want to do a couple more cuts just to show you how well it cuts. And then what we'll do is we can tell you exactly how many you need of each one. So to make the actual cage itself, you're going to need to cut this one 4 times. Now you can see how beautiful it is. And you know, I think you can make lots of other things out of that. That's reminded me of like gates. You know, so gates on a lovely stately home. Also, it's reminded me of like you know, like a fire screen or a fire guard. You know, you could put something in the middle there that's like looks like a flower or something, so it would cover a fire. So what we've got 3 of those. So I'm going to cut the 4th one out just to show you. It will go through your midi as well, and it will go through your junior, and it will go through your G2 with either your small plates or your large plates. If you're going to use your large plates, you might want to put quite a few through there as well. Okay, right, so let's check that's cut beautifully. Look at that, all the pieces just drop out, which is amazing. There we go, beautiful. We hardly need to do anything there. All those bits have just fallen out. Perfect. Beautiful. And this is on 300 GSM cardstock. I think it's 300 this one. And again, you've got all these little bits here, so let's move those out the way. So we don't need those for a moment. So what you're going to do, you need 4 sides, and they're all identical, so 4 of those, and you need 4 of these. So we're going to cut a 4th one of those. I can probably do this just to prove that this will go through the mini. Let's do that. Let's cut this one through the mini, because it's always great to show how they will all go through different machines. And if there's 2 of you crafting, you know, one of you can be cutting the big panels. Yeah. One of you can be cutting the small panels. Yeah, exactly. If you've got all the dies and all the machines, then that's great. You can do it and kill a little bit of time. Okay, so again, beautiful little cut through the mini there, and that one is perfect to fit through there. So let's just get my poker tool and pop that out, and then we'll show you how to put this together. So you need 4 of the big pieces, 4 of the caged sides, if you like, 4 of these, and then you're going to need 1 of these. This is the one that's got the trees on. This is like the supporting bit that goes in the middle. Right. Like at the bottom. So what you need to do first, and this is how we found it is the easiest way to do it, you'll see you've got lots of slots. So you've got slots here, slots on the top, slots at the bottom. So the easiest way I found to put it together is to slot these 2 here, first of all. Now take your time, because obviously it's going to need a little bit of kind of teasing together. Yeah. And depending on your cardstock, you might want to be doing it in something that's a little bit more fragile. So I found if you slot those 2 together first, then it's easier then to pop that one into there, because that will bend a little. Okay, and we can just pull that down like that and push that up a little bit further, like that. Okay, let me just give that another little bit more of a push there. Okay, and then we'll bring in the next one. Again, exactly the same thing again. I think I am on 250 here, sorry, not 3. Obviously, if you do it with 3, it will be tougher and a little bit firmer. Okay. And you might find, because we're slotting it together, that sometimes your little bits will come unslotted, if there is such a word as that. But you can just slot them back together. This is the beauty of this. If you put it together, if we were doing it with glue and you were gluing it as you went along, if it kind of went wrong, you'd be a bit stuck. You'd be like, oh no, I've stuck it together now and it's in the wrong place and it's not gone right. So obviously, because it's slotted, it means you can take it apart again if you want to. And you know what? There's nothing wrong either with, I think, adding extra panels. So if you imagine, if you want to do a triangular one, I think it would still work. I think you'd still be able to slot it as a triangular one. And if you wanted to add extra sides, you might want to make it like a bandstand. So you might want to do something like that, where you put 6 or 8. Yeah. You know, if you're doing something maybe for a wedding or something like that, then you could do that. So yeah, it's always worth thinking while you're putting it together how many more sides you could put on there. So we'll just pop that one in there now, and then this one in here. Again, this one will bend easily to go in there. Okay, so you can see now we've got the sides together, and that is how it goes flat. You might just want to use it like that. Look at those. Those are double gates, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Imagine putting those on the front of a gatefold card and having them open like that. So that is your outer bit.
Yeah.
Then this is where we bring in the piece that holds it up like that, which is the one with the tree. So this one slots into here like that. So you've got little slots on the side here. So you have to just give it a little jiggle to get it in. Let me just move that up a little bit there. And you'll feel it go in all of a sudden. There we go, like that. So that's going in there now. And then this one will go in this side. So you only need one piece with the tree. And if you want to decorate that or colour it in, you can. So you can see now what we've got. If I turn it that way, we've got the tree inside there. Okay? So what we need to do now is we need to put the top pieces together. Now with these, you'll find you've got quite a few slots that will slot in. So what we need to do is we need to slot these together, and then these go into these slots here. So it is a bit fiddly, but obviously it can be done. So what we do now is we slot these in like this. So, and again, looking at these now as I'm slotting these together, these are going to make some cool little crowns. Maybe if you've got some little princesses in your family.
Oh, yeah.
You can make some little crowns with these.
Christine Mahoney's just bought 2. She said that I will make it will make cutting the dies faster.
It will, yeah.
And Michelle's just said, imagine the look on mirror card.
Absolutely beautiful. I mean, we could try these things this afternoon, couldn't we, on the launch? We're hoping that we'll decorate this one. But also, if you're happy, or if you've got any ideas and you want us to try cutting it from something else, then please ask, because we will show you. I'm more than happy to do that. So now we've got the top section here, and again, you can use this little even around like the top of a little box, a gift box, you know, or bring these out at Christmas time. You can be using this for all kinds of other things. Now, so what we need to do now is we need to slot this into the top. So this, I think for me, this is the fiddliest bit. And when I did the QR code video, you'll watch that and you'll see it and you'll be like, oh gosh, that one bit's come out. But it does go back in. So with this one, what you need to do, you slot it into, I'll see if I can get it on the overhead for you. You slot it into the slot here, and then it goes up. So let me bring this one in. Let me bring this one in here. So it might make it a little bit easier for you to see under there. You've got a straight slot here that goes on an angle. So what you need to do is you need to slot it into that bit there. Okay, so let's do that now. So, and this is, I think this is like the fiddliest bit, because naturally all these bits want to just kind of drop down. So what I found was, if you can bring up all these, first of all, and put them through the slots, and you probably find as you get to the end, you probably find your first ones come out, because I found that. And you'll probably see that on the QR code. But you know what? I just wanted to do that and leave it as it was. I said to him, let's just, you know, not do the video again. Let's leave it like that, because that is the natural thing. You've got to get your hand in. This is pulling one way. These are pulling another. You've got your base piece in as well. So give yourself time to do it. Don't get, you know, flustered. Don't get angry. Just take your time. It'll be worth it in the end. And obviously, depending on what you're using to cut it out, then you will, you know, that will have an effect as well. So we're almost there with all the little pieces in there now, like that. Okay, so now you can see we've got all those little pieces in there. Now, carefully, you can do that, press it down. I think once you've done that, you figure out that everything is slotted in there nicely. And then when you put it back up, it's all gone together.
Perfect.
That's it. And it's as simple as that. So even though it's taken, I don't know how long it's taken. It might take 5 to 10 minutes or something like that. But isn't it incredible? Isn't it absolutely remarkable that you can do something like that and then fold it back up and decorate it?
So good.
Isn't it? It's absolutely beautiful. Hats off to the team for actually doing this and getting that together. Absolutely incredible die. And honestly, when I saw that price there, I was thinking this would probably be about $39.99.
Yeah.
Because you're going to get all your extra little dies in there, again, which are beautiful. Birds, you know, this is a big sheet of dies here that you're going to get, isn't it? Let me turn it that way, then you can see it. My dies are all here because I've been cutting them earlier on. I've got them all still taped together because I did a job lot, if you like, going through the machine. But yeah, we've got those and we've got those. And then when you bring all these in, they're all here in the tray, ready to go. You can colour them, stick them on, glitter them, whatever you want to do. But we'll be doing that in the later show. But yeah, absolutely beautiful die set.
Apart from doubling up on cardstock, Lynn, this is something we talked about earlier on as well, actually. Acetate could be added for stability.
Absolutely,
Might see us talk about acetate later on.
We were talking about that, yeah.
Stephen says, good morning, Ben and Sheila. I've got my bird cage early this morning. Nice one, Stephen. You know what they say? The early bird gets
Catches the cage.
Gets the cage.
Gets the cage.
No, it's the garden pavilion. That's what they get, yes,
Yeah,
with the bird.
yeah.
An afternoon, Kelly, he says, afternoon, Ben and Sheila. Wow, Sheila, that is stunning. You give me so much inspiration to think more outside of the box. You are so talented. This is what you're going to get. I mean, it is a lot of metal for your money. 20 dies you're going to get in total here to be able to create that bird cage. And, of course, the QR code on the back, which you can scan to access that video tutorial. So best thing to do is scan that when you get back. But, of course, save these shows. I think this is the best thing that you can do, and I think people are getting into the habit of doing that now. So when you buy something on a show, make sure you then mark down when that show is so that you can find it easily. If you watch on YouTube, of course, subscribe, give us a like, all that kind of usual jazz. You can then create your own playlist as well, so it just makes it a lot easier. So you can have, you know, playlists for products that you've bought, playlists of your favourite crafters, all that kind of stuff. It just makes it super, super easy. It is 20 dies you're going to get in total, and as you've seen, really simple to do to be able to slot all of the bits and pieces together. And then you've got butterflies, you've got birds, you've got all the florals in there as well. And again, you think about all of the other different kind of flora and fauna dies that you might have that you can then bring in to use alongside this. It really does make it a very craftable collection. And also, just to say, you're not always kind of left on the fact that you've got to build a cage every time. You know, as you've seen on our little shot here, you can build cards. You can build, you know, like 3D projects as well, where you're just using certain elements of it. Like that card there, where it's just 2 pieces of the actual frame has been cut to create that really, really cool effect with the beautiful foliage in the middle, and then that folds down flat to post. And similarly, that's a good word, similarly, you know, this beautiful like column card that Sandy Brooks has made, once again, just using elements of the project to be able to create something, you know, slightly different. You don't always have to get stuck in that rut of going, oh, I'm going to create a garden pavilion each and every time. I see a wedding gazebo, says Joanne Madigan. Yes, and Miss Topcop says, good morning. I've sent him 2 pictures of the cages I made. Yeah, if you already picked this up on HSN, do feel free to send in your pictures, because we would love to see what you have been making, of course. Sunday this week, it's Tuesday now, isn't it? Yes, Sunday is the last chance for you to get involved in something which we launched last Friday. Was it last Friday or the Friday before? It was the Friday before, wasn't it, I think? I lose track of time. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. It's Craft Pals, our own version, really, of pen pals, pairing you up with maybe someone in this country, maybe somebody in another country, basically someone who, like you, loves their craft. It's a fantastic little scheme. It is all about the connection. It is not about perfection. And if you want more information about it, here it is.
Introducing Craft Pals, our exciting new pen pal programme. To connect crafters everywhere through the joy of making and sharing handmade cards. Whether you love crafting thoughtful notelets, beautifully hand-finished cards, Craft Pals is all about creating something meaningful and sharing it with someone who appreciates it just as much as you do. Sign up to Craft Pals and you'll be matched with a fellow crafter to exchange handcrafted cards, creative inspiration and a heartfelt connection each month. If you love crafting with purpose, don't miss out. Sign up by March 1st to be matched with your very own Craft Pal.
Welcome back, everybody. There you go, Craft Pal's last opportunity to get involved in that on Sunday. All right, lots to get through and lots to show you. What did you say you want me to show first? Well, no, you tell me, because so we've got the weekly deal, we've got all of these goodies. So the weekly deal, right? The weekly deal is our easy mounting foam sheets. So these are absolutely perfect. If you've got any of those old stamps that aren't mounted, that are difficult to stamp with, these are absolutely perfect. You've got two choices of these. You can either have the slightly thicker grey mounting foam, or you can have the slightly thinner black mounting foam. You can see the difference in thickness there. And basically what you're going to do, take those old stamps, maybe like those rubber stamps, maybe acrylic stamps that have kind of lost their grip as well. You can pop them onto your stamps or your foam mounting sheets. You can then cut around them and then they will stay in place for you, and they'll also have that kind of tackiness on the back for you to be able to pop them onto things like your rocker blocks, things like your acrylic stamping blocks, and also obviously to store those away as well. Whether you go for the grey or go for the black, it is £20 or $20, and you will get 6 within each set. So it's £20 platinum, $20 if you're in the UK, in the US, I should say, platinum, and that is the deal up until the end of play. Recent best sellers. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. I thought it was called Hands and Banners. Ah, that has completely caught me out. I've never noticed that before. Hold that thought. This is the hands. Ignore this. Or ignore that. I don't even know anymore. My brain is so confused. What is going on? I don't know what day it is. I don't know what the product. No, I do know what the product is. This is the Hands and Banners, as we called it. I've never noticed that before. What you've got in here is a selection of dies to be able to create the most unique projects with the hands passing over a card, the hands waving a flag, the hands giving a bouquet of flowers. Here, the hands holding, a beautiful Polaroid picture. It gives you the opportunity to get all of those hands into the projects that you are making. And what's so lovely about this is you get absolutely tons of dies in this set. You get the banners, you've got the little Polaroid photograph, you've got envelopes in there, you've got the heart details, all of the different hands with the kind of different holds, if you like. So they can be holding all sorts of different things on your projects. You get a ton of stamps in there as well, so you can use these for all sorts of different occasions, all sorts of different celebrations as well. It is in total 53 pieces, $21.59 or $29.56. Next up. Oh, it is called the Letterpress. We just don't know, do you? Trying to catch me out today. This is the Letterpress. On that we can agree. This is brilliant. We launched this back along, and it is your opportunity to be able to create professional cards, professional invitations. It's so cool. Basically, this tool, if you like, simultaneously inks and debosses your cardstock at the same time. It brings like that classic sort of letterpress effect into your own craft room. In this box, you will get everything that you need, including the actual letterpress itself. So here it is. This will work obviously in your Gemini 2. It will also work in your Junior as well, which is incredible, without the need for any kind of extension plates or anything like that. There's your magnetic base. You also get your shim in there as well. Up to you whether you pop that in and leave it in or use it as and when. Horses for courses, that one. And then you've got all of your measurements in there as well for all of the different card sizes that you are going to be using. So that's included alongside your shim, as I've said. You also get in this set, well, if I can pick it up, your first set of press plates. So you get a beautiful floral design, and you've also got your With Love and your Hello Friend in there as well. And these aren't like trial size plates. They're really big size plates that you can get working with. You will also receive 20 sheets of your cotton cardstock in here, which I don't have in this particular box. And you've got your jet black dye-based ink pad to go with it as well. You do get an instruction booklet, but let me just tell you, there are tons and tons and tons of hours worth of tuition and shows on YouTube. And indeed, if you sign up to our YouTube page, you will be able to watch a short series that Leanne did on the Letterpress. I want to say there were 5 episodes, there might even be 7. So there's loads of ideas and information out there so that you can get the very best out of your Letterpress. $39.99 is your price today, or $47.96. Next, large glue gun. This we've only seen like a couple of times, I think, actually, on shows here on Crafters TV. It is UK only, $15.99. Does everything that your small glue gun does, except does it in a much bigger size. The glue sticks themselves are 11 millimetres rather than the 7 which you get in your standard. And this one, of course, you're going to charge it off the mains as well. So you get your large glue gun in there, obviously a UK plug, and 10 glue sticks to go with. I do know for a fact that we have got the other large glue sticks available for you on the website as well. So if you want to buy more of those, just search for the large glue sticks, and those are available. $15.99 is your UK platinum price on that, UK only. Next, floral quilling. We did some quilling last night, actually, and what a lot of fun it was as well. It's a really fun craft to do, to quill the time, and it's easy as well. This has been bent. I feel like we should have products now where, like, there's me on the front, like a little sticker with me going like that. It's like, Ben can do this, because then you know that anyone can do it. Maybe I should be like that, with a little kicking, because you look at quilling and you think, oh, how am I going to be able to make something like that? It's going to be super difficult. It's going to be impossible. It isn't. It's really, really easy. And what is so brilliant about this kit is you get everything that you need, including the tool. And I know what you're going to say. Well, that's, of course you get the tool with this. You don't always. I've sold quilling kits before, or quilling dies before, where you don't get the tool, and I think that's probably one of the most important things to have. I mean, you can use things like your tweezers, but the tool in this kit makes it very easy to do. All of these dies are going to allow you to create flowers of different sizes, of different shapes, of different types. You've got all the different petals in there, you've got all of the ability to make your own stamens, and you've even got some like foliage dies included in there too. 320 sheets of paper in there as well. Count them with me. 320 sheets of coloured paper, 2 inches by 8.5 inches. So you can see you've got all different colours, including your greens for your foliage, and you've got whites in there as well. So you can ink those up should you wish to. When you're making flowers, you're going to want somewhere to store them. This box is very, very handy indeed, because you've got the 9 little compartments in there to make your flowers. I know a lot of people like to pre-make flowers for projects and then pop them away and then use them as they need them. This is a great way to be able to do it. 9 compartments, although having said that, you can take out the little dividers if you want to create a box that's just one big space, but you can compartmentalise those up. I suppose if you make tons and tons of them, you've got options to pop your flowers into things like your Simon storage boxes. And there is the tool of all tools. That's the one that you're going to need to be able to create all of your beautiful quilled flowers super duper easily. That is your quilling tool, and that is included in that bundle. Essentially, you're starting a new hobby here, aren't you, for £37.59 or for $46.36. Grab it whilst you can, super easy to do. And I think you can make some of the most lifelike flowers from that set. And it's just another string in your bow when it comes to making flowers, another way to be able to make beautiful flowers differently. And then next, last but by no means least, I'll shut up in a minute, the My Special Papers. This is the 12 by 12 Pearl edition that we did at birthday. Now this has in it 120 sheets from memory. $39.99 or $47.96. And what was so amazing about this, not only the fact that the box is so absolutely beautiful, it's beautifully presented, but you've then got all of this stunningly beautiful pearl paper, 160 GSM, I think. Take a look at all the designs in here. It's like our other pearl pad, our other My Special paper pads that we've done, in the fact that you've got loads and loads of different designs in here. And it's almost like you've got kind of individual collections bundled into one box. But take a look, loads of different styles. I mean, that is absolutely stunning. That ombre effect, almost like sort of like quite cosmosy, isn't it, really? You've got all of those beautiful designs in there. Look at that again. That is absolutely beautiful. I don't recall seeing that sheet in there ever before. It is cosmic. You're absolutely right.
Wouldn't that be great if you did the aquarium?
I
with
know.
that in the background, wouldn't it?
Even that as well. There's some like beautiful ones in here. That one for the aquarium. That one looks like sort of like fossil-esque, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
Looks like you've got lots of little fossils in there. Absolutely stunning. This one I absolutely love as well. Looks like a grassland.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's sort of like been slightly differently lit there. Like
Look at the bottom bit, right, the bottom bit. If you chop the bottom bit off just above the orange section, that then becomes a sunset over sea, doesn't it, with black...
Well, it's like a headland there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's like the headland.
Yeah.
Then you've got the sea, and then the sunset. That's
yeah,
what I mean.
I was thinking
and then
about the bottom bit as well.
Yeah, if you got rid of, if you got rid of that bit there, again.
Yeah.
It's almost like beach, sea, headland.
Absolutely. Incredible, isn't it?
It's funny, isn't it, what you see? We're busy across the board, though. If you want to jump in and grab it, I mean, that is like oil on water, isn't it?
Ooh, it's a bit unicorny, isn't it?
It is unicorny. That beautiful, stunning rainbows in here. And they've all got, hopefully you're seeing that like kind of pearlescent sheen on these. Look at that.
Oh,
kaleidoscopy. I mean,
it is, yeah.
This is sort of very...
it's like satin sheets, isn't it? Or silk.
Lava lampy, that reminds me of.
That's nice.
Shells, like almost like shells under a microscope.
Yes.
Those ones. And again, that beautiful pearl sheen comes through. There's tons and tons of different papers in here. You will have seen this previously. You've got those beautiful like ombre effects, some of them diagonal, some of them kind of like horizontal down the page as well. Grab this while you can. It's $39.99 today. 120 sheets you're going to be getting in there, or $47.96 if you are shopping in the US and you are a Platinum member. Next up, the painted petals. This is officially launched and arrived here in the UK. You've seen this before on Crafters TV because we've had it on a little while, but it's only ever been available so far in the US. It is now here in the UK. Beautiful florals for all seasons. Tons of different colour palettes, tons of different styles of florals in there as well. That's my favourite page in the whole pad, that one. I love that kind of like sky blue background, really helps to pop all of those beautiful florals off the page. This again, I love, got a real sort of Hawaiian sort of tropical feel to it. There's like hibiscus flowers popping through. And what's so lovely again about this pad is that you've got multiple designs in here, and then the reverse, you've got more sort of stripped back designs. That I think is absolutely beautiful, almost like with the petals and the flowers kind of falling down through that stunning like ombre effect. Within the pad itself, you are going to be getting 36 sheets. You are getting 12 designs and 3 sheets of each. It is 180 GSM. We've got about 15 minutes left, and Sheila's going to be working some magic with the painted petals.
Oh, thank you, Ben. They are beautiful, aren't they? I've just taken out 2 sheets. They're identical because we were speaking to Dino, lovely producer, earlier, saying, "Oh, what could we do with it that we could incorporate this?" And we were saying, because this is an unusual size, and I'm going to measure it now just to double check. So let's see. This measures 8 by 7. But that is pretty much bang on 8. So you might not get this in an 8 by 8 envelope. So what we might need to do is make a lovely envelope for it to go in. So I was thinking, if we brought in just have a regular scoreboard, put this flat, and then maybe make an envelope from one, probably take, I think probably 1.5 sheets maybe. So let's put it on here like this. I did try it that way, and I think it might go that way as well. However, I'm thinking if we bring this one in, where these have got overhanging flowers and overhanging butterflies and things at the top, it might need to be like a more rectangular envelope rather than doing it on one sheet. So I think what we'll do, let me just make sure I've got the flowers the right way. I mean, I don't think there is a right and wrong way. I think you're okay with this one. So I think what we'll do, we'll put this up to, bring in my scoreboard. So I've not planned this, so I'm doing this exactly now as you were seeing it from my brain. So
Okay.
I think what I should do is allow maybe a 2-inch overlap to come over here. If I do that, that will still give me enough at the bottom to turn a little bit up here. So I want to do is I'm going to have to turn a couple of bits there and up and then put another piece on top. Okay, so let's go down at 2 inches. Okay, let me just get that there and we can just fit that on our scoreboard. So let's go 2 inches and I'm just going to do a nice light score down there because yesterday I went a bit heavy with some of the paper that was like this and I messed it up for want of a better word. So because we're working with a 12 by 12 paper as well, we can kind of make it nice and easy. So let's look. So if we go here, let's say about maybe 1.5 inches. Okay, so we're going to do 1.5 inch all the way down there like that. And then we'll turn it round because we're on a 12 by 12 and we'll do exactly the same here. So 1.5 inch. Okay, 1.5 inches should I say. So now we know we can get that in there and we've still got a bit of room for if any of our flowers were to overhang. So it's kind of an unusual shaped envelope, an unusual size should I say. So if we allow maybe like 1 centimetre or 1/2 inch here for when we bring the clothes over there, and then what we'll do, I think, we'll turn that around. Again, if we go 1.5 inches from the bottom, like that, I think that'll work. So just move that for a minute. So let's just fold these sides in, like this. And then we'll fold this side in, like this. And obviously I've done quite a light score line here, so because I didn't want to like add any extra pressure onto the paper. So let's do that as well. So we'll go along the score line there, like that. Okay. So, and then this is what's going to be our closing like flap at the top, like that. Okay. So what we need to do now is we are going to cut along the score line here. I'm going to snip this bit out. And I'll tell you, over time, I've made a lot of envelopes just ad hoc, as I'm doing now, just because I've made some like really long, thin cards that have got lots of things coming off the top. And you're like, how on earth do I pack this up now in an envelope? You know, and it can be quite challenging. If you've got 12 by 12 papers or you've got A3 size paper or cardstock, then you're going to be absolutely fine. Because you know that it doesn't matter how big your card is going to be, you have got enough cardstock or paper to be able to get a good envelope out of it. So, okay, so we can see now how this is going to sit like that and sit like that. So what we'll do, we'll chop a little bit, like we do with a box, chop a tiny little bit off the end there, and we'll chop a tiny little bit off the end there. So this is going to be kind of a bit of an unusual envelope in that we are going to then bring in another piece of paper to sit on the top of here. Okay, so what we can do then as well, we can now chop off, I'm going to turn it that way, it's easy to see, isn't it? We're going to chop off a little bit here. So we're just angling these just a fraction, like that, like that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we can do the same with the top as well. So like that and like that. So again, basically it's like an envelope, but it's not got its like back section on yet. Okay, and then what we want to do, we're going to do the same with this. So this piece, I'm going to go a little bit thicker here with the angle. And then what I'm going to do, so it's the same, I'm going to bring that piece I've just chopped off, pop it on there, and then cut that the same as well.
Oh, okay.
So then we know that we've got the right sides, like they're both matching, and we can go down there to that point. Okay. So now what we need to do a quick measurement of this here. So this is now 9 by 9.5, 9 by 9.5. So I need to cut a piece of paper that's less than that, but not much less. So I'm going to go and I'm going to move my paper up to work this out. I'm going to cut it to 8.5, okay, by probably 9. So 8.5 by 9. So let's bring in this, and we'll do 8.5. Yeah. Dean's hoping this works. You're not as much as I am. 8.5 by 9.5. And do you know what? It's always better to just cut too much than too little.
Yeah.
And when you look at that, you go, oh, I don't know if that's right. I don't know if that's right. It might be too big, but it's always better to err on the side of caution. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is chop a little bit. So I've got an extra ½ inch too big there on that. So we'll go with, so I'm lining it up with 9, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it down by about a quarter probably, or an inch. Not quarter, an eighth, sorry, an eighth. Okay, and we'll take another eighth off this side. Okay, so this is 8.5, so we're going to take an eighth off that one as well. And this should hopefully now sit better on there. Keep my trimmer there for a second, just in case that doesn't fit. Mm-hmm. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. We can pop that on now. So let's do a little bit of tape here and here, so we can attach that bit. Okay, and then what we'll do tape around 3 sides of this. So not the top. So we're going to go bottom and 2 sides like that. So I'll turn that around, and I can bring it back that way. Okay, pop that one on there like that. So it's just ever so slightly smaller than the back of the envelope. And I just need to make sure I can fold that down there. Yes, I can. Like that. Okay. You can then take another piece of this, because obviously we need to write, we need to have a panel on there that is available to write the address on. So you can do a little panel on there like that for your address. And so that will go on the front there for you to write the recipient's details on. Mm-hmm. And then, let's hope it fits. I'm hoping it will. I'm absolutely certain it will.
Yeah, look at that.
Yes, it will. And you've still got a bit of room there. So if you've got any overhang on there, and then you just take that shut, and Bob's your uncle. It worked for you.
Nice.
Thank goodness, I didn't know
The silence, the tenseness was palpable here in the gallery. They're like, oh, what's he going to do? Is it going to work? What do you think? Oh.
Yeah,
never in doubt, Sheila.
Well, it's always good to have a little bit of doubt, I think, just in case. I did cut the piece too big to go on the back, but hey, it doesn't matter because we'd not done it too small. If you'd done it too small, although we would probably got away with it because these panels are quite thick, so you can allow yourself a bit of a mistake. But imagine getting that envelope for your birthday with you. You know, it's nice, isn't it?
Very nice
These beautiful papers. And it's really nice to do an envelope from that, because I think with the 12 by 12s, we're always scared of cutting into them. So you're not really doing a lot of cutting, and you've still got, you know, quite a few spare pieces that you could use to add, you know, to whatever you want to. So, yeah, there you go.
If you want the painted petals pad in the UK, just go fairly quickly because we have got a lot of people shopping today and we perhaps don't have as many of the pads as you think that we might. So if you like the look of it, particularly if you're thinking about multi-ordering on this today as well, it's worth getting in this show. I wouldn't necessarily wait until the official, because the official launch of this isn't until 4 o'clock this afternoon. So don't, you know, go, oh, I'll wait till launch day, because these are selling very, very quickly this morning. Grab as many as you like. And of course, if you're in the US, feel free to jump in and grab more. It's a brilliant price today as well when you consider this is beautifully double-sided. If I flick it this way, then you can see like the reverse of each pad as well and see how they work together so beautifully. You know, if you want to have mats and layers, if you just want to use the two separately of each other, you can. It's always that case of like the reverse of the A side is the kind of background layer of the A side is the B side. So it's a really, really stunning pad. That's my favourite. I love that that blue with all the vibrant flowers like popping off the top there. This yellow is stunning as well. Got a bit more of a Hawaiian feel to it. I always say that one. It's a bit more of a tropical sort of feel to it. I wouldn't mind a Hawaiian shirt in those colours there. It's going to be that time again soon when the Hawaiian shirts come out. Barbecue season. That's the law. I don't make it up. You've got to stick on a Hawaiian shirt if you're barbecuing. That's another one as well. I wouldn't mind too much on a Hawaiian shirt. Look, stunning designs all the way through here. Multi-order today because it's one of those again, and I think the same can be said about a lot of our products. Once they are sort of gone, will we be getting them back again? I don't know the answer to that question, but I would say more often than not, probably not. So grab whatever it is that you like, and I would say that that is applicable to things like the bird cage die, to things like the Wildwood Whimsy, which we've got coming up later on for you on launch party as well. I was hearing before the show, by the way, that swan in the Wildwood Whimsy has been one of the most popular single items that we have sold this year at Crafters Companion. So if you want to pick up items from that collection, do go very quickly indeed. I'll recap you on the launch in just a second. Jane says, lovely pretty envelope, Sheila. And Deanna says, my kit arrived yesterday. Now I want to stay at home and play rather than going to work. Miss Topcop says, sent in 2 pictures of the cage. I think I read that. We'll show those in the next show, Miss Topcop, because we're just sorting a few little things out behind the scene, so we haven't had a chance to look at those. And lots of people just really happy for the launch of this new collection. Just to say as well, I've just seen a comment from Rachel saying that a few of you asking why Sheila's not using the new scoreboard. We don't physically have one. In the studio, as silly as that might sound, they've obviously flown out the door. We don't have one in the studio, so it's not that we're not using it for any other reason, for the fact that we don't have one. So that's the reason why. Right, very quickly before we disappear, this is the brand new launch. It is officially launching in 1 hour and 3 minutes time, the Garden Pavilion. Search for that in the search bar on the website and it will pop up and show you this collection. If you just want to go to the shop today, you will be able to find it there as well, but already proving very popular. And I would love it as well if you, like Ms. Topcop, have already got this. Maybe you picked it up off HSN and you've already created with it. Send us pictures of your projects as well, because we would love to see what you've been making, because I always say, as much as it's inspirational for you to watch us, it also works the other way around as well. And I think it's always nice when you've made projects that other people can see and have a look at. But there are 20 dies in total in this set, all the dies that you need to be able to create the actual cage or the pavilion, whatever you want to call it. And then you've got all of your kind of scenery dies in there as well. So tons of foliage, loads and loads of florals in there. You've got the birds and the butterflies. It's just such a lovely collection to play with. This is what you're going to be making, I suppose, in its simplest form, if you know what I mean. I mean, it's not simple at all, is it? It looks beautifully intricate and detailed. Nice and easy to pop together, though, as you've seen. That's what it's going to do for you. But then on top of that, you know, you are going to be able to make projects like this. You know, keep watching these shows, keep watching the launch, watch through the day. You'll see lots of inspiration and ideas to use this a little bit differently. And of course, you know, once today is gone and we get into future shows, there will be craft alongs, there will be shows where, you know, Debbie might have a go, other Debbie might have a play with this, masterclasses with this collection as well. So you'll have tons and tons of inspiration coming your way over the days, weeks and months to come. Thank you, Sheila, so much for a lovely show, and we're just going to do lots more demos in this, aren't we, at 2?
Yes, yes, we are. We'll decorate the cage. We'll do a... I've got a couple of ideas that I think might work with regards to the inside section. So maybe taking out the tree but making a slightly different base so it still holds it up, and maybe doing it like almost like a butterfly house where we have butterflies hanging in there just from the top panel. So we'll see what we can do.
Excellent news. Get shopping is all I can say to you. Get all the deals. Painted petals there on the website. Garden Pavilion, birdcage there on the website. All of the deals I was showing you earlier on, our recent bestsellers, there on the website. You've also got things like the Wildwood, Whimsy, and indeed the Gemini Junior, which is back in stock in the UK, all there. Best thing to do, rather than having to search for all of those individually, is just to hit that Shop the Day button and everything will pop up. Shop now, and then you can sit back and relax, enjoy the rest of the shows coming up on the day today, knowing that all of the goodies are coming your way. And it's launch all the way today. I know we've got 2 launch shows and a launch party, but we're going to be bringing you the bestsellers right throughout the day, so do stick with us. Thank you so much for watching, everybody, and we'll see you in an hour for the launch. Until then, bye for now.